Do you live in a house or a flat? I live in a house. What color is your car? It's red. Are you allergic to anything? Yes, I'm allergic to cats. It's going to rain tomorrow, isn't it? I hope not. Did Evelyn come to the party? No, she didn't. What time do you close? We close at 12. What's wrong? I've got something in my eye. What do you think of this matter? I agree with you. What's it about? It's about a young girl who has many adventures. How did you feel today? I feel great today. Have you read this book? Yes, I've read it twice. Who is it? It's me. You won't tell anybody where I said, will you? No, of course not. Did it rain yesterday? No, it was a nice day. Do you ever ride a bicycle? Not usually. What's wrong with my handwriting? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I find it difficult to read. Do you know how to use this? No, I don't know how to use this at all. Are you lost? I'm afraid so. Have you already read this book? No, I haven't. Will you be able to take a holiday this year? We'll see. Are you tired? I was earlier, but I'm not now. What's the purpose of your visit? I'm here on business. Any message for me? Yes, here's something for you. Can I ask you a favor? Certainly, what is it? How much is this altogether? $100. Are you coming? Maybe not. Is it close to here? No, it's not far from here. What profession would you like to have? I'd like to become a doctor. How can I go to City Hall? Go down the street, then turn right at the corner. Anything else? No, thank you, that's all. Would you like something to eat? I'd like to have lunch. Is this correct? No, it's wrong. Do you think it's going to rain? Yes, look at those gray clouds. When was the last time you were sick? 5 months ago. Are there any sandwiches? No, there aren't any sandwiches left. What's the matter? I'm not feeling so good. Are you doing anything this evening? Yes, I'm going out with some friends. Can you hear me clearly? Yes, I can hear you very clearly. What's the weather like today? Hot and humid. How can I help you? Yes, please. I want to... How would you like to pay? I would like to pay in cash. Shall I take the red one or the green one? Please yourself. That isn't your car, is it? No, it's my mother's. Would you like to go out tonight? I'd rather not. Do you feel sick? No, I feel fine. May I speak to Mr. John? Yes, this is John. You haven't eaten yet, have you? No, I'm not hungry. You closed the window, didn't you? Yes, I think so. Do you want to have some more tea? No, thanks. I've had 2 cups already. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a hat. Where did you go? I went shopping with a friend. What's the weather like today? It's pouring. Take an umbrella. Did you like China? I loved it. It was so much fun. Would you like something to drink? Thank you. Could I have a cup of coffee and some cake? How was the party? Crazy. It was absolutely packed. You haven't met my mother, have you? No, I haven't. Would you like to meet for lunch tomorrow? Sure, let's do lunch. Did you go to the concert after all? Yes, I did. Where did you get this picture? It was given to me by a friend of mine. Do you think John will be at the party? I hope not. Is there any rice? Yes, there's lots of rice left. Do you like Indian food? I love Indian food. Have you read his new book? It's rubbish. Is it difficult to prepare for IELTS? It's not if you practice well. What's your marital status? I'm married. How many times did you go to the cinema last year? Only once. Who is your teacher? My teacher is Mr. Roberts. Are your friends staying at a hotel? No, they're staying with me. What have you been up to lately? Planning my summer vacation. Have you ever been to America? I've been there 3 times. Are you tired? Yes, I am. What shall we do today? How about playing baseball? What subjects do you like? I like English and history. Do you know who Eric is? No, who is he? Have you got it in a size 12? No, I'm afraid we're sold out of the small sizes. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I do. I have 2 brothers. Where is the nearest bank? The nearest bank is on United Street. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with TV. Would you like to go to the cinema tonight? Why not? Would you like to come with us? Yeah, that'd be great. Did you like the movie? It wasn't bad. Who wrote this article? Michelle wrote this article. The sun also rises. How often do you have a vacation? I have a vacation once a year. Is that too much sugar? No, it's just right. Do you have any money? Yes, there's some in my wallet. What makes you happy? Going to the beach. May I speak to Mr. John? He's out of the office. Will you come to class tomorrow? Yes, I will. Who are those people? I don't know who those people are. How many dogs have you got? None. Shall we go out? No, let's not go out. Does this train go to London? I think so. How was the trip? It was so fun. How about some more coffee? Yes, please. Can I help you? No, I'm just looking around to see what's available. Do you like reading? I'm really keen on it. Is it all right if I park my car here? Yes, it's quite all right. Have you ever been to China? Yes, I was there last month. Do you like summer? Yeah, it's my favorite season. Do you work from home? No, I work in an office. How far is it from here? It's about 5 minutes walk. Do you drive a car? Yes, it's a truck. Is he American? Yes, he is. What do you think of this matter? I think it's a good idea. Would you like to play tennis? No, let's go for a swim. How long have you known each other? Since childhood. Can you see me? No, I can't see you. How is your family? My family's fine. How was the party? Boring. I couldn't wait to get out of there. Where's the bank? There's one on 15th Street. What is the best time to call you? After 5. What kind of movies do you like the most? I'm a big fan of animated movies. How about you? What would you like to eat? I'd like a burger, chips, and soda. Are there any problems? No, everything is okay. How can I go to City Hall? Sorry, I'm new here too. Did Alesky and Anastasia go to the wedding? No, they weren't invited. How do you do? How do you do? Pleased to meet you. Where do you work? I work for myself. How are you feeling? Great, never better. Do you watch TV a lot? No, I don't. What's your office address? 16 Cambridge Street. Are you hungry? No, I'm not. Do you want another cup of coffee? No, thank you. What would you like to drink? Nothing for me, thanks. May I open the window? Certainly. It's very hot in the office today. How can I contact you? You can call me on my cell phone. My number is 478-8956. How tall are you? I'm 1 meter 68 centimeters. Do you know Megan? Yeah, she's my friend. Why did she do that? Just for the fun of it. What's the weather like today? It's very windy outside. Is it raining? Yes, take an umbrella. How's the weather? Gorgeous, a perfect summer day. Have you got a car? Yes, I drive a sedan. Is there a supermarket near here? Yes, 2 blocks down the street. Do you like to read? I don't have time, but I used to read a lot. May I ask you a favor? It depends on what it is. Were there many people at the meeting? No, very few. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. Where are your children? I don't know. They were here a few minutes ago. How many children do you have? I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. Have you got any children? No, not yet. Can you give me a hand? Of course, what's that? Is it American English? No, it's British. Can you lend me some money? Sorry, I haven't got any. How much is this? This is $35. How much do I owe you? 40 cents. How much is it to go to Los Angeles? It's $270. Where's my phone? I don't know, I don't have it. Did you lock the door? I'll go and check. What is this? This is a laptop. Who is this? This is my Uncle Sam. What's your profession? I'm an English teacher. Where do you live? I live in London. Do you live in London? Yes, I do. How long have you been here? I've been here for 5 weeks. What's your address? 24 Oxford Street. What's your phone number? My phone number is 7845-197. How many people are there in your family? I have 1 sister and 2 brothers. How was your day? Very productive. How's it going? Fine. How are things with you? How are things at home? Fine. Are you happy today? Yes, I am. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Are you hungry? Yes, I'm starving. Can I ask you a few personal questions? Certainly. Are you married? No, but I am in a relationship. Are you married? Yes, I've been married for 2 years now. Are you single? No, I have a girlfriend. Why are you learning English? I need it for my job. How long have you been learning English? For 5 years. Do you like learning English? Yes, I really like it. How many languages can you speak? I only speak English. What is your hobby? I like playing sports, especially swimming. How old are you? I'm 20 years old. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. What's the date today? Today is May 1st. Where are you from? I'm from Berlin. Where do you come from? I come from Berlin. When and where were you born? I was born in 1998 in Berlin. When is your birthday? January 1st. What's your job? I'm unemployed at the moment. What do you do? I'm a student. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? What's your name? My name is Layla. What's your surname? My surname is Clark. What's your full name? My full name is Layla Clark. Are you American? No, I'm not. I'm German. Do you speak English? Yes, I do. I speak English. How did you learn English? I've been studying by myself.